democracy and health care. Tonight we're getting new insight into Nebraska's race for U.S. Senate.
Commitment 2014 coverage now to help you make an informed decision during next month's election. The Republican Ben Sasse and Democrat Dave Domina.
The top two things Ben Sasse wants to tackle as senator: national security and entitlement reform. He wants to invest more in intelligence.
I want there not to be a massive jihadist terror attack on the U.S. in the next 5 to 15 years. When you talk to people in Washington, D.C. on the intelligence committees, they don't talk about if there is a terrorist attack. They talk about when there is a terror attack. Because our borders aren't secure, our foreign policy isn't coherent, our allies don't know that they can trust us.
Sasse also says he'll work to repeal the president's health care law and what he calls the unfunded obligations that come with it.
Obamacare is a centrally planned solution where bureaucrats in Washington are going to stand between you and your doctor and decree what's called an essential minimum benefits package that has 63-year-old widows losing their policy because it doesn't have pediatric dental.
Dave Domina is speaking to groups across the state about his priorities: fixing the tax code and strengthening Social Security and Medicare.
There are two reasons that it is seen as being jeopardized. One is we've expatriated jobs. Bring them home, that solves the problem. The other is we have an artificial cap on the contribution level, the tax contribution level. That should be either eliminated, as I think Mr. Buffett says, or significantly increased. That solves the problem too. There are easy structural ways to make that system safe and sound.
Domina also wants to increase the minimum wage and to $10, not $9.
The minimum wage worked for a full year has to pay enough so the recipient isn't getting welfare. And unless it is that high, then it's not a minimum wage. It's not doing what the minimum wage needs to do.
There are also two nonpartisan candidates running for that same seat: Todd Watson and Jim Jenkins. Rob McCartney and I sat down with them for this morning's Chronicle.
Constitution needs to be defended. Follow up on that, which I think are subsets of the Constitution, would be solve the budget, solve the unfunded liabilities, and again, how you're going to start doing that is solve the deficit first. So I think those would be the top two priorities as well as making alliances with individuals up there to start working on a framework of cooperation to move forward.
Unless you can develop a framework in Congress by which you actually debate and discuss and negotiate, we're not going to be able to move forward. And so you can see on the deficit, tax reform, immigration, all of the major issues, there's been very little progress over the last 2 or 3 years, and that is undermining our economy, our security, and our democratic institutions.
You can view our specials with all 4 candidates right now on KETV.com.